Hey people, Stratos here. Today I'd like to make a Banlist prediction video for fun and to see how accurate I would be with my prediction. It will not be in a way where I say X will be banned, Y will be semi-limited, Z will be removed from the list, but rather selective choices of guesses of which cards could potentially be hit to address the issues in the current format and how it would affect the deck itself. Let's begin. First of all, the decks. Currently, the best decks are Sky Striker, Thunder Dragon with Guard Dragon and Crusadia, Orcust with Phantom Knights, Salamangreats, and kind of Altergeists. Other presences in the meta are Mystic Mine, Burn, Dangers, and Hand Traps. Let's start with Sky Strikers. The Gagari hit was pretty decent, but it didn't stop the deck hard enough since we still have access to triple engage, triple anchor, triple multi-roll. I think banning multi-roll would just straight up murder the deck and make it unplayable, so my prediction would be limiting engage and limiting anchor. With one engage, the consistency was severely crippled and the disruption from a single anchor wouldn't be as potent as multiples. Sky Striker would be then probably main decking more floodgates, but overall the power ceiling of the deck would be greatly reduced where it wouldn't be top tier anymore. Alternatively, like said, multi-roll would also be a good hit, but banning it would kind of kill the deck. Important to note is that we are going to get reprints very soon, and I could imagine that they're actually gonna let Sky Strikers exist for another format so that people enjoy the product, but they would probably do it like with the Mega Tins, like where they reprinted the Zodiacs and weeks later they just banned them. That could then also mean that we would get the ban list after the release of Battle of Legends Heroes Revenge. Orcust. With the new wave of support, you got the horrible nightmare of any two monsters with different names turning into an Orcust board. Rusty Bardish also enables some more disruption, which makes Rusty Bardish and Dingir's one of the most potent two-card interactions in the game right now. So my guess would be ban Nightmare Mermaid and maybe Bobble. The main issue with Mermaid, as everyone knows, any two monsters turn into an Orcust board. Removing that would actually mean you need to actually play Orcust now, to actually summon Galatea to continue your plays. And the thought on the Bubble is that if you take away the quick effect from the graveyard, that means that you can't actually rewarn Dingirsu during the opponent's turn anymore. So I feel like both would be valid options, but obviously just ban Mermaid. Just get rid of it. Thunder Dragons, Guard Dragons, and Crusadia. The deck transformed quite a bit since Soul Fusion. It went from double, triple Colossus to now a single Colossus and a handful of Thunder Dragon more as a package rather than a full deck. Since Guard Dragons are the main enablers, only hitting them would just mean that Thunder Dragons go back to their old playstyle and basically nothing changed. So my guess would be they ban Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon or Guard Dragon LP, limit Colossus, limit Dragon Dark or Dragon Hawk, and limit Saryuya. I feel like Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon can actually only become better with time, with new dragon support, and the ease of access with LP is kind of a problem. However, if LP were just to be banned instead, it would be harder to get into him and he could just stay fine. LP ban would probably be healthier since you can also do strong plays without Darkness Metal Dragon like in the OCG. Saryuya is fine at 1, but 3 copies it's kind of degenerate. It's like Omega, like at 1 it's fine, but at 3 it's kind of unfair. Salamangreats. I think they're pretty straightforward and you could easily take out some wind out of their sails with some simple hits. My guess would be limit Gazelle, limit on Bailings, and limit Circle. Limiting Gazelle makes it more fragile and you have less odds of opening it up, and it would require additional investment to have it in your opening hand. Limiting Bailings could just hurt the deck in the long term, as you would have less protection in your future turns. At 1 it's fine, you can still get the field spell and 1 time the protection, but after that it's gone. Limiting Circle is also just to hurt consistency, and it just hurts in the long game. Since you can't add it always back with Wolf, you actually need to invest. A Gazelle has to send it, or you have to play other cards to gain access to it. Altergeists. Honestly, I don't see a requirement to them get hit. They're like pretty okay as a deck, but they're not really consistently topping. And since Mystic Mine is such a presence, everyone and their mother is citing back row removal, which just also hurts Altergeists. and they still have a problem going second. Like, sure, they can main evenly, but then if they go first and they have evenly, it's not that good. So in my eyes, I don't see any reason to hit Altergeist right now. Mystic Mine, Danger, and Hand Traps. Mystic Mine isn't that big of a threat right now, and people stopped topping with it since everyone started preparing against it with their side deck or even main deck. Also, cards like Spell Cancer are included just to deal with that deck. Still, a card that is so potent that if you can't remove it, you pretty much lose. It's a bit too strong. Prediction. Straight up ban it. Like, we had our fun with it. Nobody's gonna miss it. Just get rid of it. And for dangers, they have become quite a splashable package with Nessie, Jackalope, and the Snake. As no matter if you discard them or another card, you will always have something from it. You will get to search a danger, which you can use again. You will special a danger from the deck, which you can then use as link fodder, or it special summons itself. So my prediction would be all of them free limited. It forces you to run the bad dangers if you want the danger package, but you will just lose on card advantage if you discard them and get no positive effect off of them. All 3 limited would just mean that you could hardly see them and you just wouldn't play them anymore. Hand traps. Some people ask to ban them, like Ash or something, but the TCG is pretty clear about this, and they are not interested in hitting any of them. So I see them to continue with this trend and just leave them as is. Moving on. What could be moved from the list? Dragon Rulers? One man can dream, right? With Guard Dragons being less strong, maybe? Like in the OCG, just bring one out, like maybe Blaster, or like them Tempest, and just see what happens, and then continue releasing them as you see fit. When I saw that they banned Galaxy Tomahawk, I just thought, alright, the doors are open, they can come back, like they can't really do anything crazy anymore, no token spam. Denlong? I feel like he could come back, since we have pretty much its replacement, which is Ib. It's pretty much the same card, also Synchro 5, Tuner. I mean, just give Yangzings their toys back. Zemite could go to 3, and Hunter to 0. It's a fair exchange. Just ban the enabler of the handle, and windups maybe become kind of playable. Chaos Emperor Dragon sees no play. Like with the errata, he just sucks. So at best he's now rank 8 material or link fodder. So just put him to 3. For True Draco, Masterpiece will probably not come off the list for a couple of years, so I could see them maybe give a second copy of Dynamite or True King Returns. However, True Draco is still kind of popular, so this is rather optimistic. And now to the seriously forgotten stuff. Evder and Pantheism, back to 3. Seriously. Dragonfly to 3, like Hornet got off the list to 3 and nothing happened. Like Dragonfly to 3 will maybe make it kind of playable, but no. It's not 2012 anymore. And of course, Book of Moon. Seriously, Book of Moon. Can you imagine? It's limited. It's right on the power level, next to Rageki and Scapegoat. Can you believe this? I don't. Just put it back to 3 already. Seriously. And there we have it. Thanks a lot for watching. If you agree or disagree, let me know and share your thoughts with me. I also welcome any form of advice or feedback, as this is the first time I'm doing something like this, and I'd like to improve for the future. Thanks a lot again. Stratos out.